Philadelphia Eagles have just acquired another player before the start of this season. Throughout preseason, they have felt like, the wide receiver room is okay, right? You have A.J. Brown, you have Devontae Smith, two of the best wide receivers in the game. You also have Jahan Dotson, but behind those guys, it's a lot of young, unproven Anais Smith, Johnny Wilson, Terrace Marshall, and some other guys as well. So they decided, you know what? Let's go get a wide receiver, a former Alabama wide receiver that played with Devontae Smith and that can come in here and help out a ton in John Metchie. And what I wanted to do in this video was specifically break down why I believe this could end up being a really good pickup. Now, right here, we're going to see him running a kind of curl route over the middle. We're going to get a deep comeback here, as well as, kind of like a flat route. We're also going to get another deep comeback over here on that side as well. Now, again, what I want to do in this video is show you what he adds to the team. So as he curls over the middle, he's going to recognize nothing's really there. Xavier Hutchinson running that comeback route, maybe, right, if you put it in the right spot. But he notices that CJ Stroud is getting outside the pocket. Now, a quarterback's best friend is a guy who can go fill the space, right? Go keep running. Don't just stop. Go find the space of the defense and fill it. And I feel like for the Philadelphia Eagles, with a guy like Jalen Hurts, John Metchie could be perfect. Look at this. Finds John Metchie up the sideline for a big-time gain. Now, all he's doing here is stopping, reading the quarterback, and finding the open spot of the zone defense. And I thought he did an incredible job. So we're going to break down John Metchie. I want to show you what he adds to this team and why I think the Philadelphia Eagles are actually getting a really good player here, or potentially getting a really good player for their system. I'm not saying he's going to come in and be a day one starter. I'm not saying he's going to come in here and get 1,000 yards or 10 touchdowns. But I do think that this is a massive upgrade from what they had coming into week one. So we're going to break it down. Before we dive in, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below who you want me to break down in the next couple of days. I did a Jahad Campbell video. I plan on doing a Andrew Makuba video, but also a Small Money video. Who else do you want me to break down? And let's dive in. All right. Another really good ball here. We are going to see kind of like a seam route over the middle, kind of like post, a crosser. We're going to get like a quick out here by Dalton Schultz. We're also going to see kind of the same thing over here with John Metchie, trying to get inside leverage on this outside boundary cornerback. And John Metchie does a great job getting to the top of his route. You're going to see him right kind of establish ground. Now he's going to act like he's going to the outside. You see his head kind of turn to the outside just a little bit. But as he does that, he knows he has the leverage. This safety bites down on the kind of seam over the middle to Xavier Hutchinson, which means we have a one-on-one opportunity here with John Metchie that CJ Stroud absolutely loves, and we can come back to it. The route running as he plants his foot into the ground, knowing he might get hit here, maintains possession of this football, and comes down with the touchdown. Now, my favorite thing about him is his intensity at the top of the route, and what we mean by that is boom, right? Plants that left foot into the ground, freezes his DB for just a second, knowing he already has leverage to the inside. We're going to take that all day long. Great throw by CJ, but even better catch through contact, knowing that he could get absolutely nailed there in the back of the end zone. See, this is what I'm telling you. I didn't think, and I don't think, that the Eagles had a number 4 or number 5 guy that you can really trust. I'm not saying John Metchie is the next best thing since sliced bread, but I am saying he's just an upgrade from what they had. And maybe you guys can make an argument for a couple of players that they have. Maybe you like Anais Smith, and if you do, that is fine. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, I think he's gonna fit right in. You also have Darius Cooper, who looks really good, but is he ready to take over the number 4 job? I don't know. At least John Metchie can come in here and compete. Another big time play here. Look at this one. So first thing we notice is he is in the slot right here. Now, whenever we are, reading a defense, we want to throw to the blitzing side. So you see how 21 bites down? Well, this is huge. So what we want to do is get behind this linebacker and try to get into the open zone, the defense. You always want to throw to the blitzing side. When 21 blitzes, they get a matchup versus a linebacker for a split second. And once again, just does a good job filling the void of the defense and finding the open zone. Now, we all can see what's going on here. They probably had a touchdown at the top of your screen here. But a really good route by John Metchie. Gets to the open spot of the defense. And great ball. Once again, is able to make a play in space. Right there, kind of runs right into the defender. Don't love that. But again, I feel like this is just a nice, safe slot receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. If Jahan Dotson does miss time, you've got some more potential here in John Metchie, who played in a really good system in college. He's not a bad route runner at all. Hasn't had the most opportunities in the world. I know a lot of you guys are probably sitting there saying, well, why isn't he playing well for the Texans? And we have to think about it. Like, you have Tank Dell. I know he's hurt this year, but you had Tank Dell. You have Nico Collins. You had Robert Woods. You now have Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel and Christian Kirk. I mean, they had so many guys there. I mean, at some point, you got to get rid of one. And John Metchie and Xavier Hutchinson, another guy, right? But now they get rid of John Metchie, and I think the Eagles are going to end up really liking this dude. Now, really quickly, before we get any further, hit the like button if you haven't already done so. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Eagles throughout the entirety of this year's season. Not only are we going to be covering preseason football, but we're also going to be covering regular season football. Not only are we going to be covering the offense, but we're also going to be covering the defense. Like I said, Jahad Campbell, Jamal Munden, Andrew Makuba. Those videos are going to come out over the next few days. We're also going to be covering individual player film. I just said, so make sure you guys are joining the family and turning on post notifications. Let's keep going. All right, another big time play here. Now, as we see some pre-snap motion, we can tell this is man-to-man coverage. You have two high safety look, at least at the start of this play. We're going to get a shallow cross over the middle by Dalton Schultz. We're going to get a crosser here, right? That kind of goes a little bit less shallow. We're going to get a little bit less shallow cross here. And then we're going to get a deep dig route over the middle by John Metchie. Now, the plan of this play is to read this safety. If he bites down on either of those crossers right here, then we could have one-on-one coverage on the late dig. So basically, the way we're reading this is actually, let's see what CJ Stroud does here. I'm guessing he's going to play fake. He's going to look 1, 2, 3, and then this might even be his last read as he's dropping back. Now, essentially, this safety drops all the way back, right? You see how far back he is? Now you can kind of hit any one of these guys. Left side safety looks like he's about to pick up here. We got coverage there, and then the deep dig across the middle. This looks like it could be one-on-one with this being a 3-on-2. Okay, you just take your numbers. Take your numbers here, and he hits it. Beautiful route. Do we see this route here by John Metchie? One more time. One more time by John Metchie. Look at him. Gets out. Oh, gets that inside leverage. Boom. Great job. Just quick little stutter step. Gets inside leverage. Then boom, cuts across the middle of the field, wide open. Great job. Possess and catch that thing. I mean, beautiful job. Beautiful job by John Metchie once again. This guy can do a lot of things for you, and I am really excited to see how he is on this Eagles team. Hopefully, he'll probably play in the last preseason game. We'll see how much, but I do think he'll be a factor. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next Philadelphia Eagle update. It'll be very, very soon. Peace.